Good morning. Hang on, I'm checking something. I'm checking something. Hang on. Hello. Uh, I'm being paranoid. What the fuck is this? Oh, yes. I remember you now. What the fuck is this? Okay, you're the one I'm suspicious of being bought. What the fuck is that? Okay. That was you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hello. Reverse 1999. I finished the current chapter. Um there's a new event going on. I really thought I wouldn't have to like pay attention or like explain what happened. Oh, hey, what's up, Roxy? I really thought I wouldn't have to explain what happened in like the last two chapters. Good morning, happy Halloween. But it turns out that this is an actual like the new event that's going on. It's an actual just flat out whole ass new chapter. I wasn't expecting a new one so soon. I thought it was just gonna be an event that's just like story stuff. What's the crying for? So yeah, I already rolled. I got Sentinel already. It took all my it took all my crystals. It took all my crystals to get Sentinel, but I got her. Um, I don't know realistically how many resources I'll be able to get so I can try and get Charon. Is it Charon or Charon? Anyway, there's another new character in this event. This guy right here, you can't see him because he's blocked out by the fucking logo, but he's hot. He's a baddie. I also think he's just like entirely made out of flowers. I think he has a stick. He has a stick. Oh shit, that's still pretty good though. Yeah, I made mistakes. I made mistakes. I made mistakes. Don't ask me specifically what those mistakes were. I'm pretty sure they're self-evident, but I have made mistakes. Rank 4 is still pretty good. I'm happy I got Sentinel. I actually got to fix my party. Hang on. I'll do that in the story because it's fucking. Yeah, for anyone that is not familiar, let me do a brief synopsis. That's not what I wanted to click on. A brief synopsis of the last major um chapters. This chapter, the Regulus chapter, fucking hated this. I hated this chapter so much. Holy shit! I mean, just from the 200 pull window, that's pretty good. I had to go beyond the 200 pull window. But I hated this chapter. I think I will continue to hate this chapter. I will be this chapter's biggest hater. Because fuck this chapter and everything goes trying to say. I mean, there was some cool stuff, but like legitimately, fuck this chapter. You essentially have to be into the genre, the history of literature to understand what is going on with this chapter. Because it goes into visceral realism as like a literary movement. It's not a real thing. Visceral realism is not a real thing. It is just a thing that it was coined by um Latin American author. This chapter also goes into like the history and the philosophy of Latin American literature. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. If you do not know what is like the history and philosophy of Latin America literature, this chapter just fucking goes over your head like it did with me. I fucking had to go to Reddit, like fucking thank God for the people of Reddit that just literally broke down this entire chapter. Um But even after I read the synopsis and like summary of what this chapter is, I still don't understand some parts. Like Recolata, the fucking character we hang out with the whole time, she she's a character of her own story. She's a manifestation of a character in her own story that she has been writing. The I believe the popular theory is that the original writer for herself was taken by the storm, and then this is the Recolata was the reincarnation of that. In the I'm not entirely sure. I am not entirely sure. Aleph, the weird guy that we spend the entire chapter looking for, and then Recolata is like near the very end is like, wait, you're doing all these atrocities. Are you my pen pal? Oh God, you are. Like that's essentially the whole summary of it. Of like what Aleph is. Aleph was helping Manus Vindicte, which is like the evil organization, the main antagonist of this entire game. Um and I don't know why. I don't know why specifically Manus Vindicte was coming to Aleph. Because from what I gather, Aleph is an actual just regular ass human being. Manus Vindicte is a fucking like xenophobic organization, more or less. So I really don't understand why they came to Aleph, a regular ass human, and also gave him a very powerful artifact. The artifact that we learned came from Antarctica, and then we also just kind of never really went anywhere with that. Like we learned some more shit about Antarctica, but it wasn't related to the reality altering die we had. Also, apparently, the Jaguar, the jailer, is also a reference to Latin America literature. I don't know where the fuck that comes from. But yeah, at the end of the chapter, the prison goes to shit. It lights up on fire. The prison actually lights up on fire. The whole entire stone and brick prison, it just lights up on fire. The whole thing. A lot of the inmates just die. They just sacrifice their lives because they're working on their art. The jailer, she just joins them. She just fucking lights up on fire. I really don't understand what was going on in this chapter. Um, it could have been an event chapter. It could have been something that wasn't the main story, and it would have been perfectly fine. You know why? Because all we learned that was related to the story was that Doris, the person we were looking for, was in the prison. Not sure why. Like we learned that Manus Vindicte is controlling the prison. We don't know why they just took her there and left her for some weird amount of time. I guess because it was like the point before Antarctica, but also I don't know why they just didn't straight on take her to Antarctica. Like I do not fully understand why there was a pit stop between Sao Paulo, this prison, and then Antarctica. I do not understand the purpose of it whatsoever. And then we learned that she went to Antarctica, and then we learned that Aleph has a boat that can just take us to Antarctica. That, in terms of relevance to the story, that is all we got from this chapter. I'm a hater for this chapter. Even though I looked up what is going on, even though I looked up like the meanings and the philosophy of what is going on, I hate this chapter. I hate this chapter so damn much. I really wish I could express like better how little this chapter has increased my enjoyment for this game. Paradise Regained though wasn't a great chapter. It wasn't a great chapter. But it introduced one of my favorite characters. I say that, but she's also like Nautica has issues. We learned that Nautica is a regular ass human. She's part of a family of like famous explorers and expeditionists. She came to Antarctica because her grandfather came to Antarctica before her and found like essentially a relic, like this particular stone that is related to what I guess is just being called the Blank Era. And this is essentially just related to the storm that is wiping out time, because regular people, even Arcanists, are not aware, like, do not know what the storm is. The only people that know what the storm is are the people that survive it, more or less. So this stone is related to, like, what is happening with the storm, just wiping out time. Um, Nautica was part of an expedition for Antarctica to just try and figure out the storm, like figure out the storm, what's going on. It turns out, unknowing to her and the rest of the expedition crew, that Antarctica is a stronghold for Manus Vindictae. So her expedition team was taken, and they were used as sacrifices for a ritual that Manus Vindictae is doing. Because of this, when we first see her in the chapter, she is extremely traumatized, and she is like, that's essentially her whole thing. She just has a lot of trauma that is manifesting, from my understanding, manifesting in a lot of different ways. um and Verdun and Sonata, they land at Antarctica, and they meet Nautica. They offer Nautica to just like give her a signal so that the Foundation will be able to pick her up, and just like get her to safety. But Nautica, realizing that these two are gonna go further into Antarctica, and they have an idea of what's going on because they're just talking around her, Nautica wants to join them, and she does. Because one, she has experience being in Antarctica and the terrain of it, and she does have like sections of Antarctica mapped out. We learn that the Foundation, Xeno, the parts of Xeno that are still with the Foundation, are trying to board into Antarctica and just like offer reinforcements for the ritual. Or yeah, we know there's a ritual going on, for the ritual that is going on, like just trying to help stop that. um we learn that Nautica has something, well, she has a belief of the Earth Mother, I believe it is. Hang on, let me double check that. Earth Mother, Nautica. um but either way, Nautica has a belief, like a religious and spiritual belief. um don't know how to fully explain that, but it's essentially tied to a lot of her characterization. She also has something called, she was calling it earworm Matu. They don't fully explain what this is. My theory is that it's a warped sense of, one, her belief, and then two, after what happened. No, not even that, because there was stuff that Nautica's troubled. Nautica has issues. But we know Nautica has had Matu for a very long time. And Matu is essentially this subconscious voice in Nautica's head. My personal belief is that it is first a manifestation of her belief of the Earth Mother. So before, it was a benevolent like subconscious, and then when she got her trauma in Antarctica, it became like this, um I don't want to say violent, but negative subconscious that was essentially just like helping push Nautica by believing that whatever was happening in Antarctica was, one, fate, and then two, like what she was meant to do. Like everything that is happening to her now is part of what was supposed to be happening. um so that's also another thing that Nautica is dealing with. um Ulrich, which is this character, has apparently been a very big character in recent events. So Ulrich, along with just some mysterious guard, have come to Nautica, I mean not Nautica, Antarctica, to try and help stop the ritual. Um, they have a record. I feel like the record is related to Voyager, the character, not the spaceship. But they have a record that they found can help essentially make a safety zone from the storm. So they try. Ulrich tries to find a spot that they can play this record, and it'll help stop the ritual, whatever it is. And this whole ritual is essentially the main character is trying to look for Doris so that they can stop the ritual. And when they get to the point where they start dealing with Manus Vindicte, that's when Nautica sees one of her expedition teammates. They're still alive, but they're essentially gonna get ready to be sacrificed. And her expedition teammate is willing to do this because Manus Vindicte is essentially like brainwashing people. So they Nautica's friend gets taken, gets sacrificed. Also, her friend has her tongue cut out because that's just a thing Manus Vindicte is doing, I guess. Um, they find this essential like essentially. I don't know if they're ruins of previous times or just like old living quarters of Manus Vindicte, but they do find this room that is essentially this facility that's essentially made up of this blanket or rock stone that Nautica was looking for. Um, so Nautica's friend gets taken, and then her and the crew, Verdant, Sonata, and Nautica, are like led to something called the Gate, which is like a very big part of the ritual that Manus Vindicte is trying to do. So Nautica's friend gets taken by the Gate, and at first it's like this like fully radiant and like holy light kind of deal. But then like shadow hands reach out, start grabbing Nautica's friend and just drag her in, and then Nautica's friend just starts screaming the whole time while the Gate is like doing its shit. Um Nautica, because of what's going on, starts to panic and tries to save her friend. So she like exposes herself in front of Manus Vindicte, and she is also gonna be part like get thrown into the Gate and part of the ritual of whatever's going on. Um, the Team Arcanist, Team Timekeeper, I'm just gonna call him that. So right now it is Verdant and Sonetto. Team Timekeeper intervene so that they don't lose Nautica, and then because of that they end up having to fight Animus, which is like one of the main figures in Manus Vindicte right now. And they don't stop the ritual, they don't defeat Animus just um the reason Animus doesn't kill him essentially is because they have to go further on into the ritual. So they just like, okay, you guys fuck off. We're gonna go through the Gate. You guys are gonna have to deal with reinforcements so that you don't have time to get through the Gate because the Gate is actively closing. So Manus Vindicte, they go through the Gate and they go to wherever the hell the ritual is gonna be held at. Because the Gate is closed, they know that they need a sacrifice so that the Gate can be opened. Um, there's another character here, Miss Stranger. I don't remember what her name was, but she was essentially a spy from the Foundation that infiltrated Manus Vindicte. She joined up with Team Timekeeper and was trying to help stop the whatever was going on with the Gate, but she ended up using a lot of her power, and Team Timekeeper is essentially like trying to figure out what to do. So um they're arguing against themselves. Miss Stranger says that she wants to be the one to be used as a sacrifice because she has no she's basically irrelevant right now. Nautica essentially was being truth dumped by Animus, saying that her belief in the Earth Mother is essentially her belief in Arcana, which is the leader of Manus Vindicte. That everything that like all her belief that she's had is essentially just a warped sense of what Arcana has been offering for the Manus Vindictae. And this, like, having this told to her really pushes Nautica over her mental edge. And she comes to the realization, she comes to the understanding that even if the Earth Mother isn't real, even if this is not all fate or ordained or like what was meant to be, she still has her passion for exploration, for understanding, for discovery. So Nautica just runs into the gate. She offers herself as an offering to the gate and opens it up. And then I don't remember exactly what immediately happens, but Team Timekeeper just like goes into, like, they look for lava veins regardless. Like, I don't think they go through I don't think they go through the gate. But they believe that Nautica is dead at this point. So Team Timekeeper is doing what they're doing. They go to the ritual site. They help. They try and stop the ritual. Verdant sees Erd, which is like a main catalyst for the ritual. She's spinning thread. I don't know where that's going. This is when Verdant realizes that Erd is her mother, but because Erd has been taken by the storm multiple times, this is just a reincarnation of her mother. So Verdant knows that this is her mother, but Erd has no recollection of who Verdant is. And then the ritual is going on, and while the ritual is going on, Nautica appears, like she comes back, and like this is her form when she comes back. She came essentially from the well that at like Arcana was coming from, and she's helping to stop the ritual. But Arcana comes back regardless, and she comes back. She comes back with a new fit. Like damn, Arcana looks good. And the ritual's still going on, and like essentially the portal that Arcana came from water is coming from there too. And we learn that this ritual has been attempted before, but the last time it was performed, it had failed. So what's going on is that water is rising up from this portal essentially, and it's supposed to cause a flood. Because Manus Vindictae's whole goal is that they want to go back in time to the original point when Arcanus were like the main faction on Earth. And to do that, they want to use a flood, like a literal Noah's Ark flood, to achieve their goals. So Team Timekeeper, which now involves Nautica, because Nautica has arcane abilities now because of this whole ordeal. Team Timekeeper manages to stop the ritual so that it stops flooding, but now it starts raining. That's also how we learn where the storm originated. The storm originated because Manus Vindictae tried to cause a flood before, but that failed. We don't know how it failed. My assumption is, though, is that Erd is a fucking badass. Erd probably single-handedly stopped the last ritual. In my mind, she has the same character. She has the same, like, charisma and capability as that one old character from Magnus Archives, the original librarian before the main character starts in, who we learned in that series was like single-handedly stopping these rituals out with some of these great old entities, and yada yada yada. I gotta finish Magnus Ritual, Magnus Archive, but there's some stuff I have against it that I will not get into. But that's mostly it, actually. Like, Ulrich plays a disc. That's how they managed to stop the ritual, because they stopped the source of the ritual with that disc. There's a character short, like, series of stories that go into Nautica's past for a little bit, and then they go into the present for her while she's inside the gate. And again, I think this all relates to Nautica's trauma. That her trauma is so bad, she has a different perception of past events in her life. So one of the biggest things in her life that she believes she went through was she saved a reindeer when she was younger. She brought that reindeer into a race so that she could like do reindeer racing. Um she wins that race. No, she goes off course on that race and then she's lost for like a week. While she's lost, she ends up having to eat her deer so that she can stay alive, and then she comes back home, and this event had like put her into like a catatonic state of like just trauma. um Her grandfather goes on an expedition to Antarctica, and when he comes back like completely, essentially deranged from what had happened. My understanding is that he found management that they while they were at Antarctica. So he essentially got trauma from like management dictate sacrificing his whole team. Like they kind of went through the exact same thing. And as Nautica is in the gate and going through like whatever's going on, she starts to come to the realization that no, not even this. Even before that, she was manifesting what I believe were her perceptions of the ghost of her friends that died in the expedition, because these were spirits, like three spirits that were telling her that no, what happened with the reindeer isn't what actually happened. You in fact won the race with the reindeer, and you continue to win races with the reindeer. Like you and the reindeer were a very successful team, and then you were able to come to Antarctica, and your whole life before that was actually incredible. I don't remember what the exact catalyst is, but Nautica realizes that the the reality she believed, where she was lost in the wilderness and had to eat her reindeer to survive, was not true. She learns that it's not true because that's what the spirits tell her. But then she realizes that what the spirits are telling her is also not true. What ended up happening for Nautica was that she found the reindeer, she gave it a name because she believed that giving it a name would help it recover because she was a kid. But the reindeer ended up dying anyways. It was a spirit of the reindeer. The spirit of the reindeer found Nautica in the gate, was essentially acting as a guide for her. And this is how Nautica like came to the realization that this is what happened with this event in her life. So Nautica taking this understanding and this realization, like embraces
doesn't mean everything else
herself.
If you
Embraces what it means to have her ideals and like
really press your
all that other fun jazz. So the gate, instead of consuming her and essentially like ripping her apart, essentially just leaves her as a spiritual form, and the spiritual form takes shape like into what this is.
You're setting off again, right?
And that's how she gets this form, and that's how she ends up escaping the gate, because she finds herself, she finds her understanding. Like this is essentially what she found in the gate. Her crystal right here is also a very big part of like how she survived in the gate. This is a crystal that her grandfather found while he was in Antarctica, and we do not know anything about this crystal. We do not know how it had the power that it did to like help save her while she was in the gate. I think this crystal manifested itself as a reindeer, as a spirit that we see. That's a terrible explanation. I got a lot of it wrong, but that's essentially what happened. So we know the source of the storm. We know that Manus Vindicte wants to go back to essentially the time of creation, is what I'm assuming. And the ritual failed, so we have the storm again. Arcana is back, so that's a big thing. And now we're gonna go into the current chapter, which apparently deals with World War II. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, because we did go back in time. Oh no, we went back in time. What time are we in? I know we found out what time we're in. I completely forgot though. I'm just gonna do this chapter real quick. Okay, so it's World War One. It's 1920. Okay. Hello.
This is...
Isn't it? Didn't they say it's 1923?
Careful, Sergeant. The seal I can... I guess you...
I know that they were
I
like.
wonder how Vertans do.
I'll make the storm. I wonder.
I knew.
I feel like they said 1923. Am I crazy?
The ritual has been. And does that mean all the storms were the?
Yeah, that's what that's what I'm trying to figure out. But hello, Emmy. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry you had to listen to my crazed ramblings.
The ritual
My
has been,
incorrect-
now comes another storm. History has a way of repeating
Incorrect
itself, it
summary of the
seems.
chapter, and how much I want to throw chapter 9 into goddamn lake. Okay, so it's 1999 right now.
Where will it take us this time?
Perhaps this is the best. We might have suffered
Agreed, sir.
Yeah, when's this guy gonna become a character? When is he gonna be playable? He has a
The
portrait.
Timekeeper has certainly exceeded her reputation. Quite
He's
remarkable.
good looking.
regardless.
He can be a
But our
character.
respite will be brief. After all,
Timekeeper. Sonetto? You're awake. We were searching.
We found you, and how are you feeling?
It's been.
The only piece of it looks almost probably best to keep it in there for.
Wait.
Yes, but don't worry. We're safe.
Why does the game keep flashbanging me?
That's Dr. Doris. Dr. Doris, wait. I still have things.
This is like the first time Verdun even wants to ask questions that are relevant to anything going on. Verdun, please, I love you, but you need to be more proactive in what's going on around you.
We all walk our own path. But our path.
Yeah, what are you gonna get reincarnated as this time, Erd? Fuck this game. Actually, fuck this. They still have not done anything with Mr. Duncan and Sotheby. Besides that initial introduction. Oh, reincarnated Schneider. The art direction for this game is so good. And the music is really good as well. Oh, God. Oh, God. Dude. Good morning, Drizzle. Ooh, that's a big yawn. What do you mean the end? Damn it. Okay. Well, it's something about 1920. It's sometime around 1920. On the atlas. Where is the atlas? What atlas? Atlas. Am I crazy? Like, I know what you're talking about, but I've only seen it a singular time that I've noticed. Asbestos, you gotta move your ass out of the way. Oh, was there? Okay. Damn. Where were you? Oh, I see it. I see it. Duh. Story review. Roll atlas. What is this? Oh, okay. Just like characters I've gathered. Oh, why did I not gather that Sharon is awakened? What the hell is this? Loggerhead. Beloved. Okay, anyways. Story review. Oh my god, I have never I've noticed this, but I've never actually looked at it. Oh my god, thank you so much. Okay, it is 1920. So we are in World War I. Cool. Okay, yeah, this is why I was confused. They were talking about forwards. I was going back. I was going further in time. So yes, we are in World War I. Hitler? Oh wait, no. We don't have to worry about. (1918) Asbestos, I need you to move your ass out of the way, please. Key conflicts include the final stages of the Russian Civil War, the Turkish War of Independence, including the Greco-Turkish War and the Polish-Soviet War. This might be Russian then? I think Sentinel's Russian. I could be wrong. Well, I could very easily be wrong. I think she's Russian. Senior Mom, Phoenix Mom. What the hell is oh, it's Phoenix. All right, let's do and singular chapter before I go to sleep. My God. New era beginning, a new era bearing many marks of another time, caught in an endless spiral of war. Don't look at me like that.
Everyone imagines their future. In most, they grow up. They make friends, get married, and hope to make their fathers and grandfathers proud. We entered this new era full of those same hopes for our future. We had no idea what lay in wait for us. We called it the triumphant opening to the greatest era in history. A rite of passage for every man to be. Join us in an adventure side by side, bound by courage and loyalty. Return home victorious, and let your legend be told for generations to come. That was the future we imagined. Now, those sweet and fitting lies have melted away. Barely more than children, we find ourselves bound, not for adventure, but for an open grave of mud and ruin. Those of us who were lucky, or unlucky, to survive this battlefield, were forged into something new. Numb, cruel, corrupted. The earth became fire and mud, and all of us devils.
This is dead, I
What was
guess.
it that we wanted from this war? To be remembered and celebrated as heroes? Or to forget and be forgotten? The answer may seem obvious, but the question itself lies at fault.
Oh, it might not be connected.
Because death, meaningless death, came for thousands of us every day. And we knew. We soldiers never had a choice.
Because of my destiny.
Oh shit, thank you for the sub. Oh yeah, it wasn't connected. Hehe. Teehee.
What do you see?
Is that Mesmer? Shut the fuck up, Mesmer. I don't like Mesmer. She's mean to Verdun. Oh, damn. Damn, hang on. Asbestos, I swear to goddamn God. Do I have... Asbestos has been sitting on my desk this entire time, and she is sitting directly on my mouse. No, that is what I'm doing right now. Since right now. What is the maximum gold value? 1,000. No, literally just decided to do it right now. I figure it's actually a good idea. Random number generator 1 through, is it 1,000? It's not 1,000, but it's pretty close. Dude, you are not gonna get her now. I hope you never get her at that value. Iceberg.
Anything else?
Watch this.
Is the era gone? Well then, what year is it now?
I can't, unfortunately. Did I add new people? I need to add people of my own regard. But I keep forgetting. Like, I see someone I want to add and it's like, ooh, this would be a good ad. And then I just forget.
Subconscious stable. No sign of invasive illusions. Cognition reality match rate normal. Our test subject awakens.
Listen. I really sometimes consider if I got something going up in my head. And I brought it up with my doctor, but he's like, nah, we don't need to test you for anything. It's like, oh, okay, okay. The shadow of death.
The shadow of death, where a devil lurks within.
Verdant.
Its claws so sharp, they might tear someone into pieces, shredding all rationality and hope.
Mesmer just looks at the thing and is like, Verdant, what's wrong with you?
Not funny, Vertin. What a horrid image.
Pardon me. Then it must be an elephant.
Verdant! You know Mesmer doesn't like you as it is.
Bad jokes aside, your mental status is within tolerances.
This test isn't like the others, from the artificial somnambulism we used to go through.
It's a special examination we've prepared for all personnel involved in the Antarctic operation. It wasn't my idea, by the way.
Oh yeah, Orca. In the last 24 hours, all I've had to eat was 12 chicken wings and 4 deep fried Oreos. So I wish for death right now. She power. What do you mean why? She powers on her equipment, the whirs and hums of its electrical current fading with the soft drone. Yeah, deep fried Oreos with powdered sugar.
So far, you could have been discharged a week ago, but we had strict orders to complete our entire course of treatment outlined in the medical manual. Whatever it is that hides under the Antarctic, it didn't do any additional harm to your mental health. You're lucky, you know. Many others have suffered irreversible damage that will limit their day-to-day lives.
Listen, maybe I'll get a burger today and eat an piece of lettuce.
What about Nautica and Miss Stranger?
Nautica.
I have no access to Miss Stranger's information. All I know is she's been sent to another department for treatment.
Oh shit, they mentioned Nautica? Oh shit, she might be relevant again.
As for Nautica, she's doing great.
Mesmer Jr. offers her judgment in plain terms.
Where is she now? Does she have enough space to stretch?
That's your concern, Verdant? Does she have enough play area?
Mr. Hoffman cleared out a lecture hall for her. I wouldn't call it a palace, but it's spacious enough to meet her needs.
What do you mean, rabbit-ass motherfucker?
Too bad, though. Now she's being cornered in there by every arcane biologist, ancient myth enthusiast, and crazy ritualist we have on staff.
Oh god, we have some fucked up people. Hey, what's up, Cal? Why are you awake at this time? Huh?
I guess they've decided she's an invaluable opportunity to learn more. You do have access to that hall if you really want to know how she's doing. Just go knock on her door. She's also been asking about you.
Yes, please let me see Nautica. Therapist averts her gaze and shifts away to the end of the conversation as begins to tidy the ward. I'm awake because I work graveyard. I'm sometimes awake at this time. Soft knock at the door breaks the awkward tension.
Timekeeper? Come on in, Sonetto.
Splash of orange from her hair is a welcome break from the dull gray and white. Sentinel casts a polite glance toward her old classmate.
Hi, Mesmer. How's the timekeeper doing?
She's good to go.
Thank you. Just a minute.
Sentinel recalls today's agenda.
Timekeeper, Madam Z said the Storm investigation team is back. She's waiting for you in Madam Vice President's office.
Let's head that way then.
You two have fun. Take care.
Holy shit, dude. Also, happy Halloween, guys. The aftershocks of the 10th storm still ripple through the foundation.
I'm gonna have to send you to the Columbo dimension.
Yeah! While they've grown used to changing times, the staff move through the geometric corridors less like a well-oiled machine or like a clogging artery.
There's so much tension in the room.
I suppose because this story was different from the ones we've seen before. I look forward to hearing what Madam Z has to say about it.
I don't intend to waste my time on this anymore.
God, it's so long.
Huh?
The committee member strides out of the office, his face completely distorted, in contrast to his neat uniform. Another man rushes behind him, doing his best to keep his pace in check.
Please, I thought we reached an agreement, Aaron and I.
Oh shit, Pedro. OG character. However, the one he's chasing has already reached the fork at the far end of the hall.
Naturally, I accept the committee's decision. If you really think we don't have to prioritize the Manus, then be my guest.
Our top priority is to restore peace and order to this era. You should know that.
We're at war, Mr. Pacifist. One far more dangerous than you could possibly conceive.
Pacifist? What do you mean, pacifist?
Irene doesn't respond. He turns on the left path and disappears from view. The pacifist committee member gives up his chase and takes the other path.
The room they just came out of, is that...
It does appear so. The Vice President's office.
We're gonna go visit Nautica, right?
Let's go.
After you.
No! I hate this character. The expected occupant is nowhere to be seen. Only chief of staff waits inside.
Very nearly
Oh, thank
perfect
God.
timing, Burton. Senator, I had heard that the rehab center cleared you for release. But it's all the more reassuring to see it for myself.
Okay, this isn't related to this character's like speaking or anything. I swear to God, it's not. I've been looking at clips of Shaolin Soccer. I need to watch that movie. The signs of the fierce argument that took place linger in the mess of documents strewn over the table.
Madam Z, we saw Irenai and Pedra at the door.
Let's not talk about them for now.
Understood. So, the Storm investigation team has returned?
Correct. Thanks to the field agent squad and our investigators. We've collected enough proof to verify your hypothesis. History has changed. The 10th storm has brought us to an entirely different 1920 than we knew. One with the war still raging that should have long been over.
I mean, you said this at me. You already said that.
Do we understand why history has changed?
Laplace has two hypotheses. The first
Menace.
centers on the ritual held in the Antarctic. Despite being interrupted, its flood might have changed the storm's nature.
What the fuck does that mean? How?
Which has resulted in an even greater deviation from history as we knew it. Don't look so discouraged. That would be much better than the other theory.
Ah, damn it. If the storm is changed, then does that mean they can actually permanently kill people instead of reincarnating? That's a potential that has to be taken into account.
After her revival, Arcana may have obtained the power to use the storm to alter the course of history.
If that is the case, in all likelihood, that means this war
is likely a result of international manipulation by Arcana. Manus Vindictae is trying to bring more chaos to the world.
Solemn Room welcomes his master. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It's been a long time since we last met in this room, Timekeeper.
Who likes this character?
It seems like nothing has changed.
But there's no time to dwell on that. I have some critical updates for you. This war may be close to its end. Though the fighting continues, we've begun engaging each side's leaders, and we believe a truce is possible. There will be a peace talk, and the committee has decided to act as its mediator. Peace is always the Foundation's top priority.
Is the part that you found out that it's based off a comic, or that it has shocking levels of violence and gore? Because that surprisingly, that's something I knew about, that there was a comic. And like the mask is like one of the types of forces where if he were to like go against other comic characters, he has a very good chance of winning a lot of fights just because he has a Toon Force in a comic setting.
After this situation is stabilized, we'll pool our resources and focus on the Manus.
I see. How's the progress so far?
Oh wait, Orca, are you around? Hello, Orca? Yeah, so I was waiting for Halloween sale because I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick up yeah, it really is just reality warping and cursive. But yeah, I was waiting for a Halloween sale because I was gonna buy Corpse Party and just like stream that. So I looked at this because like literally last night I was like, it's gonna be Friday and there's not a Halloween sale yet. And so I check and look, and I check my wish list, and it's like, Corpse Party has to be on sale now because obviously there's no way there's not a sale going on at this point or anything. And there is a Halloween sale going on. It's just Corpse Party is not on discount for whatever reason. So I wasn't able to buy Corpse Party. I could buy Murdered Soul Suspect since that game is on sale and $1.99. Listen, listen, dog, Murdered Soul Suspect. Okay, I'm not gonna give you shit because there are a lot of people who would say, "Dang, dog, who?" Essentially, you're playing as a character that's trying to figure out his own murder as a ghost. Why play mid game? You're mid. I don't know, because I never played it. It seems interesting. But also, I don't know why this game is on the Halloween sale, but not Corpse Party. Dying Light 2, Outlast Trials. Hey, you know what I don't have to buy? Outlast Trials, because I already own it. No, so not oh shit, and this isn't a case of like, oh, I'm so scared to play the game because it's so spooky. It's not that. It's solely because I get extremely motion sick playing that game, and I've played it before. I've played it on stream with a collab before. I legitimately at some point during the collab had to say, guys, I have to take off my shirt. I'm way too sweaty. Yes, I said this is that exact same thing before. Yeah, I had the under boob sweat. Get the first Dying Light. Isn't that a parkour game? It's co-op? Oh, bro, what the fuck you mean? What do you mean? Where are you seeing that it's fucking $5? I see 10. Hey, you wanna kick zombie asses together? We can play Killing Floor 1. Hell, even Killing Floor 2. Not Killing Floor 2 so much. I just really want to play Killing Floor 1 again. The chief of staff answers on behalf for this minor detail.
Our branch leaders have built lines of communication, and we have reached an agreement on some of the terms with their respective governments. Pedro will go to meet the commanders on behalf of the Foundation, with the aim to reach a lasting truce by the end of the month. If everything goes well, we may be able to restore peace before the new year.
It did. It got a major update. I actually do want to play it again. Now's the time to ask the question that's been lingering in her mind.
As we arrived, I heard Iranai call Pedro a pacifist. Does Iranai disagree with the Foundation's policy regarding the war?
It isn't a matter of the policy, but the means by which we achieve it, to be precise.
How do you mean?
He and a few others believe all attempts to restore peace are bound to fail unless we destroy the Manus first. In short, he wants to do things the tough way.
I'm not gonna play a FNAF game. Why would you even tell me that? Shut up! You programmed that in me. I'm not gonna play a FNAF game. I know what's different, but I'm not gonna play it still. I've seen Markiplier play it.
Ah, a visitor.
A new voice.
How unexpected. There's nothing here now. Only the ashes of war.
Hi.
What is it you want from a place like this?
Oh shit.
Run along now. Back to your school books. Or a swing in a playground, perhaps. This is no place for a girl like you.
I don't know you.
Naturally, I am no celebrity. I'd prefer to keep it that way. Fame is of no interest to me. Just an opportunity for greater harassment. But the entire world is in ruins now. I have nowhere else to go. And it seems you're stuck here with me, you poor sap. You trekked to the end of the world, fought a pointless war, and for what? A broken spinning wheel?
Shut up!
Even that, they took away from you, along with the girl clinging to life by a thread, before sending you off to the next battleground.
What the hell am I looking at, dude? What is that? It's some kind of animal. Listen. Right now my money's going to Digimon. I need cards. I need cardboard. Murdered soul suspect is $1.99.
I hope that rusty old thing holds some kind of secret to saving the world or ending this war. Maybe then you can take on another career before you die. A watchmaker, perhaps.
I don't know why I'm even considering. Well, no, I know why I'm considering that. My PlayStation 2 still isn't working. I was about to say I don't know why I'm considering that when I could play like Shadow of Destiny, I think the game is called. It's a PlayStation 2 game where it's the exact same premise. You're trying to figure out who killed you as a spirit. Yeah. I'll take that as a win for Murdered Soul Suspect. The whole Mind Palace thing? Dog, what? What? I have reasons to continue the fight.
I've nothing more to say. Would you kindly leave me alone for a while?
Despite the fact that I know Reika the Shark, and Reika the Shark is a huge... God, Yahtzee reviewed it. Reika the Shark is a huge, like, Alan Wake Control and Alan Wake 2 fan. I've actually seen no gameplay whatsoever of Alan Wake 2.
I have no tea or snacks to offer. I can't even recall what they taste like. Go on. Savor the war. There'll be another after this. No need to worry about things going exactly as you'd like.
Oh, why? Asbestos, please do not sit on my mouse, thank you. Don't scratch yourself. You bought it at full price. Damn. They once belonged to an unfortunate soul, but perhaps they will grant you better luck. There he is, Kronos! Or, no. Sharon. Frustrating level design and the Mind Palace thing was too simple. Main character boring. You mean Alan Wake? Soldiers lay a corpse on the dry wooden plank, making an effort to place their fallen comrade in something resembling a peaceful pose. Oh wait, isn't there a female you play as now? I legit do not understand how the light on enemies combat works. It's not... Wait, what do you mean? Did they change it? The plank formed from dismantled ammo crates has been formed into a makeshift sledge. Sledge. Complete with a small set of wheels. Sure, dude. You do that, and I'll just rip off your leg hair again. See ya, couch. Get some rest. Tacoma, you're too big. You cannot share the bed with Drywall. God, you are so fat. The handler stands resolutely by the body at the edge of the trench, his tattered cloak making him look the part of a grim reaper. He kneels, prying off the soldier's dog tag and pockets the bottom half.
This is all we can find. Can you take care of him, Charon?
Natürlich. He will be given a proper burial.
I thought they said this war would end before the winter came.
An unfamiliar gloom seeps out from behind Rodolph's thick glasses, like tears. Franz lies still, indifferent to the scene. What do you mean, what the fuck? Another soldier shoves his way through their small crowd, puffing with frustration, places another leg on the board, completing the set. Yes. So you missed the entire like chapter summary I did of the last couple of chapters. There was a flood. The flood turned into a storm. Every single time there's a storm, it like erases time. So we're in 1920 right now, and World War I is still going on. We don't know if it's because history has been altered somehow by the storm, or Arcana, the leader Manus Vindictae that has been revived at the end of the last chapter, has the ability to control the storm now and create conflicts with that. Then without a word, he removes the boot from the corpse's other leg, matching it with another.
Now he'll be ready for the march home.
And it's also a gacha game, yes.
You sure that was Franz's leg?
The kind-hearted Captain Wilhelm looks at his soldier in horror.
Better be. I risked my life up there grabbing it. He promised I could have his boots if he got scraped off.
Mein Gott. I remember when he said that.
Is fishing not working? What? Why would I play it? Okay. What's wrong with fishing? Close. Dementium. Yeah, why would I play Dementium? Even though I have heard good things about it for being a DS game. You know what else looks interesting, Orca? You do. Because you got a whole ass fist dent in it. I don't know where I'm going with that. Hey, look, it works for me. Why can't you just make it work, Orca? The soldiers huddled together in the narrow bend of the trench.
But...
Charon's words come out in a slow drip, seemingly unaware of the conversation around him.
Andreas went missing in the last attack. The body will be impossible to move off the front lines without him.
No, I said, you know what else is interesting? Your face, because it has a fist dent in it.
Your pony could pet its worm food.
Oh, okay.
Please, don't worry. There will be somewhere quiet nearby. But it may take a while to find it.
Take your time, Charon. The weather's cool these days.
Wilhelm attempts a pat on Charon's shoulder. Not far away, Major Eberhard Braun, the company commander, sits on an empty water drum, his eyes fixed coldly on the trench wall ahead. He drops his cigarette butt and stands.
Charon, come here.
Jawohl.
You remember Montpey? The town near Aria?
So we do see his face. We can see his face. He's got freaky shit going on.
Gewiss. We fought there in the warmth of summer. Our Oberstleutnant died in that battle. You were in charge of a company until you were injured and sent to recover. There were many graves to be dug, but the days were warm and dry.
It was a hard fight to drive our enemy from that town. A damn good one. Even if our lines have only moved a short distance past it since.
To be fair to Orca, he's only seen the 2 males. He's only ever been on stream when I'm playing this game when I was looking for Aleph, and now Charon. Fuck you. How'd you get coma? And if I don't know if he's seen Ulrich, but if he has, it would also be easy to assume that he's like wearing a helmet of some kind. And that's just not his full ass head. No, this I love this design.
But why this talk of Montpet all of a sudden?
Army Command has decided to attend a parley held by the Foundation in Montpet. Colonel Hirschfelder will be present on behalf of our nation. We've handed it over to the Foundation. They're calling it a safe zone.
Many hope that peace will come before the winter.
The Major's response is blunt.
The only end to this war I can accept is victory. Total victory over our enemies. They say we've broken through on the Eastern Front. We only need to push our advantage and they'll collapse. Once we've freed up all that manpower and material, we'll be able to crush our enemies here too.
We may run ourselves dry of ammo and blood before then, sir. No cries of victory are loud enough to wake the dead.
Winning here is a part of something far bigger than you could understand.
Is it? When you returned to the front after your injury, you came with eyes red as a furnace. You wore an old face, a mask of war. You haven't worn that mask in many years, since before our first taste of battle and blood. A whole class volunteered. Nothing more than schoolboys. We marched obliviously into the killing field. You should rest.
The Major's already thin lips pressed again into his sharp, blade-like line.
Enough with the poems, soldier. I called you with an order. You must go to Montpet. Herr Mühlenberger sent us a package, and I need someone to fetch it for me. I know you'll do your duty for the fatherland, mein Freund. Take as many bodies with you as you can. We can't leave them rotting in the trenches. Dismissed.
The Major gets up and moves down to the trench.
Montpet looks like it had been a nice little town. Before the war.
What even is that game about?
Now, its old streets and laneways are pocked with craters and crumbling buildings. Cruel reminders of the brutal battles that raged through it.
Oh.
Silent screams still echo to me from its laneways. A reminder that a man who has seen war will only find peace when he is dead and buried.
It's vibey. The town has seen the worst of the war, but with the sudden influx of traffic and activity seems to breathe new life. The streets, barely cleared, are swarming with uniforms, some military and others checkered, gray and white.
Are you looking for help, sir?
His head creaks in the direction of the voice, finding a young woman, likely a medic. Her golden badge marks her as the Foundation's employee, but even more striking is the armor layered over her coat.
Hold on, soldier. I'm Krankenschwester Masha.
Who are you?
Please show your face so I can verify your identity.
Who are you? Who are you? Shut up! I need... Be playable. Be playable.
Guten Tag, Schwester. What lies beneath this mask? will not give you the answer you seek. Here, let this serve for identification.
You can't stop me. He rummages out a notebook from his coat, retrieving a folded ID card from within.
Major Eberhard Braun is waiting on a package from Montpey. He sends his NCO to collect it. He did not say from whom.
She receives it, studying the card.
I see. Your name is Paul.
Paul?
Karan. That is the name the soldiers use, and the one you should use as well. The name you see there doesn't belong to this war any longer.
I've heard your name before.
She returns the document, then scans around as she wrings her hands.
You'll find plenty of packages here. Go ahead and look for whichever one belongs to your Major Braun. But there'll be more paperwork to sign before you can leave with it. If you're willing to wait, things will get moving again once the parley has finished.
Time is a resource the dead have in abundance.
He looks back at her, his body seeming almost rooted to the spot.
Are you certain you're a right soldier?
Okay.
The war has taken its toll, but there's nothing you can do to fix these old wounds. You said that you are a medic, Schwester Masha. Is that why you ask?
No, she asks because you're being weird.
Yes, of course. Ordinarily, I would be at a clinic, but I was asked to lend a hand here.
Where are the dead from your clinic laid to rest?
Dude, what is this music? Holy shit, it's good. She reflects on his words.
We don't have any yet, by the grace of God. Though, I don't expect that to remain the case. There's a bare slope just outside of town. I noticed it when we first arrived here. It could serve that purpose were someone to die.
That is good to hear.
That someone might die?
The delayed reply leads to misunderstanding.
No. The slope. A quiet place is needed. Many of us from the front lines could find rest there.
You mean your brothers in arms?
All who need burial are my brothers in arms, though they may have once fought on different sides.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to know what he's awakened of.
Should there be any in your clinic that need it, they will find rest there too. In a coffin under a marker to remember their place as is fitting, if you will allow it.
So be it. You're offering them more decency than most others would. I'll show you the spot.
Why are you so needy right now, Tacoma? Dense woods conceal most obvious traces, yet small sounds are amplified.
Who's there?
You've run late.
I barely made it. This whole area is under heavy guard.
You're about halfway? Okay. The soldier squints, eyes narrowing at the gray-blue uniform figure ahead. Said no!
Where's Hector? He never mentioned you. Give me the countersign.
He raises his weapon, framing the
You
stranger.
hear me?
Oh,
Who the hell are you?
yeah, his target is unfazed.
2 paths lie ahead for you.
What are you talking about?
What's the most you've ever lost in a coin flip?
In one, you lead me to your commander. In the other.
She lowers her rifle and bows her head in a motion almost like prayer. It stuns the soldier for a moment.
You are led into perdition.
Ooh, what is that word? Perdition. In Christian theology, a state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful and unpenitent person passes after death. Holy shit! Holy shit, Sentinel! Okay. I love that. Okay. Wait, so you're insight 2. The team accumulates blood teeth when losing HP. When an enemy has Dread Bullet, they gain critical rate plus 30%. When attacking, deals 25% additional based on 20% max HP instead of attack. Attack. This down counts as a retribution. After attacking, gain 2 stacks of fresh wound. Self-channel. Enter the Hour of Repentance status and gain 6 stacks of Dread Bullet. Additionally, gain 2 stacks of Locked On. Start of the round, gain 2 stacks of Locked On. After an enemy takes an action, consume 1 stack of Locked On to cast 1. Cast rank 1 on them 1 time. At the end of the enemy round, consumes all stacks of Locked On. For every stack consumed, cast 1. Oh, okay. Okay, so she can just have hella follow-up attacks. Gain 2 stacks. So if the enemy does nothing, she can just do 2 of her rank 1 skills. Dread Bullet does extra damage based on HP. Yeah, that's what it seems like. So she seems like a pretty simple character.
Je prierai pour vous.
When entering battle, gain 3 stacks of Deceptive Facade. Trying to set it. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sophia Yang. Hello, welcome. What is this battle theme? Yes! Oh my god, this is great. I love this song. I love this music. When losing reveal, gains Deceptive Facade.
Target locked down. I have seen to the heart of you. Now is the time for repentance. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. A worthy victory, but the fight is far from over.
Chill, Sentinel, chill. Final gunshot rings through the thick forest, then fades away. She crouches, retrieving a pouch from the fallen enemy. In the mess of documents and maps, she finds the note she needs.
Foundation. Barley. Hirschfelder.
After reading it, she looks northeast. Beyond the tree line lie the ruins of Montpellier. What do I just have a whole ass? Oh, this is my regular ass deck. Okay. I know what's going on. Let me just shuffle this deck a singular time. Hell yeah. So yeah, the battle theme for this chapter, fucking love it. Incredible. 10 out of 10. Where do I put these cards so that my cats don't step on them? That should be fine. Rumors, entertainment, seemingly trivial or deeply meaningful outpourings. The soldier back from the dead. Being stuck in recovery is boring, but at least it keeps you from getting shot on the battlefield. By the time your knee gets better, the stand war might finally be over. Assuming I make it, which is a strange thing to say, my first stop would be come to see you. Maybe, if we're lucky, we could even go home together. Let me share the recent news. There's a soldier that everyone claims came back from the dead. Whether that's true or people invented that story really doesn't matter to the officers. He's been reassigned to the front as a sergeant under Major Braun. Why would he accept such a posting? Why even go back to the front at all? I know your mind would be swimming with these questions, but nobody can figure out his motives. He turned down a safe position with the press bureau, but has refused to ever pick up a rifle again. He's only interested in retrieving the bodies of the fallen from the field. Can you believe that? Personally, I'd rather be a dressed up press puppet over ducking artillery shells any day of the week, even if it meant encouraging young men to march to their deaths. Bro, what? My god. As I write this, it finally dawns on me. I've always known why he refused them after all. I just never thought anyone would have the courage to make that choice. I like that final line. I like that line. Okay, so is he just an awaken of the aspect of death? Tap the time gauge on the mechanism to change the sandbox's display period. The sandbox displays all events occurring during the selected period. Tap any event to view its details. Use a timeline selector to browse between recorded story versions. Future updates will automatically archive new timelines here. Tap the button to switch from sandbox events to frontline movements. Frontline movements display character events in the sandbox. You can view each character's movement path. Bro, what is this? In period details, you can view the key events of that period and the main characters involved. Use the timeline selector to browse between recorded story versions or switch to all entries to show all main characters. Till events happen outside the sandbox, you'll find them marked on the compass. The sandbox records all clear main story chapter periods from the Root of the Tale series. Switch between these recorded movements to review corresponding events in the sandbox. There are 4 types of events in the sandbox: milestones, encounters, observations, and dispatches. Milestones, key events that take place during specific periods. Encounters, random events or intelligence collected during specific periods. Observations, recordings of conversations between characters during specific periods. Dispatches, intel from characters carrying out dispatch missions. In frontline movement, the sandbox displays character movements and story events. Characters, an event type that unfolds from a specific character's point of view, creating unique movement paths tailored to them. Okay, period details. October 19th, 1920, the Western Front is still caught in constant fighting. In the trenches, Sharon works tirelessly, dragging the bodies of fallen soldiers, but the brutal fighting and the disappearance of his horse, Andreas, makes the task even harder. Peace talks are making real progress and could bring the war to an end by winter, but Sharon's commanding officer remains focused on achieving complete victory. While on a mission to collect a personal package for his commander Montpa, known as a safe zone, Sharon meets a young medic. At the same time, a brutal one-sided massacre begins to unfold on the outskirts of Montpa. Manus Army. Soldier slips past Foundation surveillance and makes his way into the force outside the safe zone. It is clear he is carrying out a secret mission, with orders tied to suspicious objectives. When he arrives at the planned meeting point, he does not find the ally he expected. Instead, he comes face to face with a woman radiating murderous intent. The encounter ends quickly, with the soldier fatally struck before he has a chance to defend himself. The attacker then retrieves the pouch he had been carrying. Foundation Parley, Hersheider today. A young woman in a grayish-blue soldier uniform enters the forest outskirts of the Montpa safe zone. The soldier waiting there grows suspicious and confronts her, only to be killed instantly. He carries a map pouch containing intelligence, and most importantly, an arrival time. Exactly what she came for. Marshall, medic from the Foundation, runs into Sharon as he arrives at the safe zone to collect a personal package for his commander. During their talk, Sharon raises concerns about the lack of proper barrier places for fallen soldiers. After hearing this, Marshall recalls a spot just outside the safe zone. The two decide to go there together. They're holding hands. The young you see there doesn't belong to anywhere any longer. The name you see there doesn't belong to anywhere any longer. Sharon sees that as his duty to collect his fallen comrades and handle the burials. As the war intensifies, bodies pile up. With his horse Andreas missing, the work grows harder. His superior sends him to the safe zone to fetch a package, and so he makes his way to Montpa. There, Sharon meets a Foundation medic named Marsha. She tells him of a nearby hill that could serve as a graveyard and offers to take him there. The Antarctic flood has shifted the timeline back to the year 1920, triggering heated discussions within the Foundation over how to respond to Manus Vindicta's activities. However, internal disagreements are making it difficult for the group to reach a clear decision. Inside the office, Constantine and Z brief Verdun on the strange situation, a warped version of 1920 and drawn-out war that no longer matches any known history. They suggest that the cause might be linked to the newly emerged storm, or perhaps connected to Arcana's unexpected resurgence. Although the true source of timeline disruption remains uncertain, the Foundation now aims to end the prolonged warfare and stabilize this altered era. Upon returning from Antarctica to Foundation HQ, the Timekeeper underwent a special psychological test conducted by Miss Mesmergino. The results showed no abnormalities. Afterward, the Timekeeper learned from Madame Z that the 10th storm in Antarctica has transported everyone to a different 1920. In this new era, a war that should have been long over is still raging. The Foundation refers to the event as chronal distortion, and two internal factions have since emerged. The Dove faction, which favors diplomacy, and the Hawk faction, which believes in fighting fire with fire. The Hawk faction's gonna end up joining the Xeno that's set up with Manus Vindicta. I bet. After returning from St. Pavlov's Foundation. So far, we still haven't fully understood Manus Vindicta's activities in the Antarctic, nor the impact of the flood. Given the current situation, we require a more detailed and complete report from someone present during the event. 2. Rational ferrofluid. Oh, they're doing this type of thing again. So far, we still haven't fully understood. Okay. Yes, buddy. Yes, Ulrich. Oh, you don't decrease it further. Fuel reports, experiment reports, budget forms, overage slips, fuel bills. I've written so many reports and signed my name more times than I can count. I wish someone cared how I feel, but considering how important communication is, maybe there really are key things missing from my reports. Once I submit this last one, I think I'll go sit in a different vessel for a while, just to reset and get back into the work mindset again. So nothing happened. Oh, there are a few things here. Did you hear about what's going on over in the east? You mean the railways falling apart, cutting off the grain supply? Or how they're so short on Shire horses they're using crossbred to plow the field? No, I mean the fighting's gotten even worse out there. Oh, you should worry about this wave of attackers in the front of us first, my friend. St. Pablo, the Foundation is optimistic about the future of artificial summon. Well, I'm not even going to try to say that word. To provide the better logistical support for Team Timekeeper, we hope to receive a technical report summarizing all relevant experiments carried out on them so far. Yes, one Mesmer Jr. coming right up. Seems like even the Foundation has a sense of humor, wanting to get their hands on artificial whatever. It's a diagnostic method at its best, a scientific technique to evaluate mental health. It doesn't have much to do with what Arcanists deal with. The fact that they even want this tech just proves how bad things have gotten out there. But I'm not handing over any report. Why? Simple. I don't care for rational Arcanists. The Hawks are inclined to intervene in this war through military means, which will inevitably involve recruitment. We need to act before they do and identify Arcanists who could strengthen the Foundation troll force. We cannot allow this war to escalate unchecked. All my cats are so sleepy right now. Hey, Drywall. Mr. Junior from Haw Street is gutsy. I do believe he would accept such a mission. Miss Flutter Page would be a skilled messenger. Oh my god, they're actually bringing up other characters. Well, Miss Radio would be adept at picking up signals from the battlefield. It seems that Madame Z wants to make contact with these Arcanists before the Hawks get to them, so they don't end up feeling the flames of war. This is all part of the internal power struggle within the Foundation. For the Timekeeper's sake, I should probably keep this quiet. From my reading, Manus Vindicta is plotting to cause unspeakable chaos and war in this era. To oppose them, we need to form an army of our own. I believe your convictions will lead you to lend us your strength. I like this way that they're showing stuff of what's going on in the background. Those who claim the pen is mightier than the sword rarely seem to live by their words. Kick your ass.
Are you sure you won't come with me, Capitan?
After a long rest, Lilia readies up for her next mission.
Admiral Som assigned this mission to you personally, not the whole team. Besides, Madame Z asked me to stay in the headquarters.
Man, is this the forest that Druvis summoned up here in chapter 3? Man, I wonder if Druvis is around. Please, please.
Isn't it going to be boring waiting around here? The Storm Reformation Directive said Team Timekeeper isn't subject to the Foundation's orders. We can go wherever we want.
Yet it also says the Timekeeper is still bound by Madame Z's orders, Lilia.
Ugh. So frustrating.
Reality slams up against her freedom-loving impulses.
I thought I'd finally be able to show you what things are really like out on the steppe. It's going to be a view to remember.
We'll have other chances.
Yeah, I suppose a view like that doesn't change much no matter what era it is. Anyway, any idea when they're going to set you loose again?
I think it will have to wait until after the tension clears.
What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard about the doves and the hawks?
We got birds now? Nah, I just got back from vacation.
I fucking love that reaction. We gotta deal with fucking birds now?
Let me guess. Same thing as ever. Politics. Go on. Just tell me enough so I know who to blast if someone kidnaps Vertin again.
Oh my god, okay. Lily is clawing her way up in the favorite character rankings.
Simply put, the committee has split into two factions on the Foundation's course of action. The Doves and the Hawks. The Doves insist on seeking peace through diplomacy, hoping to secure advantages in the post-war political landscape.
Uh-huh. And the Hawks?
They believe that the governments we're dealing with have been infiltrated too deeply by Manus Vindictae, so diplomacy is off the table. They want to take more direct action by arresting any high-ranking military and political figures suspected of collaborating with the Manus.
Really? I would have never thought we'd do something like that.
Precisely.
Oh.
That's why the Doves prevailed, at least for now.
Efficient, the kind of plan I like, but I also like it could be the mother of all messes. Lilia shakes her head. She's had enough of politics for one day.
Complicated. So what side are you on, Capitan?
I'm not on any side.
Departure time. She mounts her SU-01BE.
No matter then. I'm on your side.
I love...
Daskorova.
Damn it. I pressed button again. See you later. With a sharp roar, the flying broom shouts out a blast. I was trying to read that. Blast of air, and soon enough the seasoned pilot vanishes into the clouds.
People are dying out there. We have to reduce the number of decision makers. We can't afford any delays. I need all the faction leaders to reach an agreement before the committee meeting starts.
That's why Petra and Irenai were here.
Yes, it was not an easy task to persuade Irenai, but we did it.
Good. But I'm not on either side. It seems like there's no need for me to stay. Why are you keeping me around?
I have my reasons, as I'm sure you expect. The Storm Reformation Act won't keep you and your team secure forever, Vertin. The final result of this meeting, whatever it is, will change many things. That may mean more latitude and resources for your team. Then again, it could mean the exact opposite. Anyway, if you intend to seize anything from this opportunity, you'll need to stay until the meeting's over.
Time to go, Sonato.
Quite the takeoff. That must have been Lieutenant Lilia, wasn't it?
Hmm?
She turns, and a red-haired man enters the frame.
Have I got it right, Timekeeper?
You have.
You must be Mr. Creius, the captain of the 12.
Seems you're already acquainted then.
I've read the report on the Antarctic operation. Your name was mentioned.
Creius nods his Soneto and thanks before adapting a more guarded expression.
I've been reading up on you. Just a few choice selections from your after-action reports before our Antarctic expedition. Seems we have you and your team to thank for thwarting many a wicked scheme, hatched by Manus Vindicte in previous storms. Shame we couldn't put a stop to Arcana's revival, too. Now look at the dog's breakfast of an era we stepped into.
Dog's breakfast. Communication request comes through at that exact moment. Creius is about to speak again, but lets it go.
I do hope we'll have the chance to cooperate more closely in the future. Feel free to call on me if you find yourself in need, Timekeeper.
Thank you, Mr. Creius. I'm afraid further introductions will have to wait. We're called elsewhere.
The brief encounter ends. Creius remains where he is, pressing his communicator.
Speak.
I passed along our intel about Manus Vindicte's possible infiltration of the safe zone. Anyone's guess if they're going to do a damn thing about it. And Marsha was seen leaving the safe zone with an odd-looking German soldier.
Any idea where she's heading?
I kept my distance. Didn't want to risk exposure.
Should I have any concerns about it?
Whatever he is, I don't get the impression he's with the Manus. He came up from the lines, started a conversation, and just like that they started walking away. You're jumping at shadows, Creius. Ever since Antarctica, it seems like you've been imagining phantom oil stains on everyone we meet.
He leaves the remarks unanswered. On the other end is a clear directive.
All the same, keep an eye on her.
And take my eyes off the town. What about searching for those infiltrators?
The Foundation has enough security on site to keep things in check.
Yeah, right. Let's just hope those Haferbrains can do their job. Haven't Merrill and Paravian been transferred to HQ?
I hope you weren't expecting a hand. I need them for my field mission as soon as our application is approved.
Still waiting for that? They haven't learned to trust you yet?
Focus on your mission, Yemalai.
Yermalai.
Not many of us have any real idea what it's like to view the trenches from above. But in my haunted dreams and flashes of imagination, I picture them as claw marks. I keep returning to that thought over and over again. The image of some terrible monster ripping the earth apart with its claws. Then we hide, trembling like maggots in the wounds it leaves behind.
Here.
Sharon stops, staring out over the woods, only just beginning to advance on a slope that bears the scars of trench work and artillery.
It is quiet enough, but the dead may come to outnumber the empty lodgings below.
I wouldn't have thought the dead mind having neighbors. The real trouble is how far it is from the clinic.
He lets his gaze drift from the hills to Marsha, settling on her armor.
There is something about you. A contradiction lying under cloth and steel.
I know what you want to ask. Yes, I was a knight once.
Really, I couldn't tell by the goddamn elbow armor you have. She preempts the question once she's learned to expect.
Like other Arcanists, I was enlisted in a special unit and sent to the front as soon as the war started. This armor is only a habit. I'm a medic now. It's not much for protection, Modern bullets go through steel this thin like paper. But I want to remember.
Only in death does the duty end. Yet you live again with the Foundation.
Noch eine deiner Fragen? Diesmal werde ich dir keine Antwort geben.
He stumbles at her retort, like a clumsy soldier stuck in mud.
There was no ill intent. The ways of this war do not fall upon your shoulders. Our path is not chosen, nor can it be escaped. The end to our war is found in the grave.
What's up, Shady? Happy Halloween.
I know. Death shouldn't be the only way a soldier like you can find peace.
Marsha glances back. The view of Monpaux is blocked by a dense forest.
I'm needed back at the clinic.
And there is work to be done here. Please, hear this apology. You have chosen a noble path.
Inside the safe zone, the first round of talks has concluded. Colonel Hirschfelder exit the building draped in Foundation banners. Adjutant officers flank him tightly like remorse swimming beside a shark.
This meeting is over.
His aide drapes a coat over his shoulders. The colonel's mood is sour. His eagerness to end the talk is obvious. Commissioner Pedro follows at a respectable distance, maintaining proper decorum.
Our proposal really is in everyone's best interest. Please, give it a bit more thought, Colonel.
Our best interest, yeah? You have failed to convince me. All I see is the insistence that we pretend this war is not going in our favor. And I will have no more of these ridiculous conspiracies concerning Manus Vindictae. Our war and our victory have nothing to do with this terrorist organization, or cult as it may be. The decisions of His Imperial Majesty's government will only align with a rational assessment of the facts at hand.
We fully understand your concerns.
Words without action.
Would you at least consider a temporary truce? Keep your forces at the front, but halt all active military operations.
The military delegates enter the guard idling roadside.
There are two sides to every truce, Herr Negotiator. Our enemy has yet to show any hint of sincerity.
You are referring to the assassinations.
Do these Schweinehunde have any honor? Sending their snipers after our high rank?
Oh! Time freezes. A bloom of crimson explodes out from the colonel's neck. Staccato heartbeats thump in a rising crescendo to meet the distant booming. Oh,
what the?
Time melts back into motion. Shouts erupt, feet thunder, weapons fire off at shadows. Pedro feels someone yanking at his collar, the pull growing stronger.
Take cover, Mr. Pedro!
Soldiers dive toward the fallen officer. Chaos drowns out all else.
Der Oberst wurde getroffen! Wir brauchen einen Sanitäter! Los, bring den Oberst in die Klinik!
Ooh, that was good. There's room for flexibility when conducting reviews. Internal review report. Lieutenant Lilia's escape during the Sao Paulo incident was facilitatable Moldier, a key figure among the rebel forces. For full details, see the appendix containing the report submitted by Lieutenant Lilia. Following the completion of Xena Arms Academy internal restructuring, we have initiated a thorough review of its special personnel to clarify the circumstances surrounding the rebellion and to prevent other incidents. Under these circumstances, it is advised that Lieutenant Lilia remain at Foundation headquarters for further investigation rather than joining Team Timekeeper's Australian deployment. This month's interrogation transcripts are included as attachments. This month's interrogation shows Lieutenant Lydia's growing impatience with the process, though she continues to provide necessary cooperation. When comparing statements from Xeno's special personnel files with the interrogation records, there are still multiple inconsistencies that require further investigation. This month's interrogation transcripts are included as attachments. Conclusion: no further action recommended on Lieutenant Lydia's file. Summary: none. This review has been terminated unexpectedly, and I must emphasize that no additional explanations will be provided regarding this decision. I penned this note solely to remind all reviewing officers that responsibility ends with following the directives. Nothing else matters. Your dedication during this 2-month process is appreciated. This document will be securely disposed of following an initial internal distribution. Before assigning crucial tasks to your subordinates, it is essential to do thorough background checks. 12th Squad roster copy. Paravian Beagle, age 19, race human, background, graduated from Xeno Arms Academy, served as a vigil officer within the Vigil's Bureau under the direct command of Crius, and contributed to the resolution of multiple critical cases. Later transferred to 12th Squad, the most devoted member of Crius' circle. He combines passion and bravery with a concerning level of idealism. This squad's morale would be undoubtedly suffer if that loyalty were betrayed. Yarmolai Hound, age 37, race human, background, civilian, previously brought into Vigil's bureau via Crius' personal recommendation. Served as a vigil officer and participated in several classified operations, later transferred to 12th Squad. He has an extensive criminal background. It's no surprise that Crius keeps him on a tight leash. I wouldn't want to be the one who decided on his call sign. Hey, what's up, Jack? How's it going? Meryl, Blackbird, age 16, race Arcanist, background, a storm orphan taken by the Foundation. Educated at SPDM and upon graduating, invited by Crius to intern at Vigil's Bureau. Later transferred to 12th Squad. SPDM, he's never had much patience for rule followers. Seems even Crius knows 12th needs some arcane talents, though judging by her grades, his standards aren't exactly demanding. Damn. Oh, you saw the movie? Nice. P.S. Leave a few recruitment slots open for 12th. Yeah, happy Halloween. I don't know. I don't remember if I said that. Foundation investigators' notes. While the assassination in the safe zone is regrettable, based on current findings, we've determined there were no failures in the security protocols. Still, we intend to pursue the suspect and further study their methods so that we can improve safeguards to prevent further incidents. Oh, okay, I see. There's like 2 segments here. So this one should be good. Yeah. Okay, I see how it's doing it. Upon hearing Lilia has been sent to the Eastern Front, the Timekeeper and Sonetto came to see her off. When the topic of the Dove Hawk dispute come up, Lilia expressed disinterest and then invited Verdun to join her, longing to see the vast eastern grasslands with her own eyes. Currently, the Timekeeper's team is grounded, but due to recent shifts inside the Foundation, she may be able to win them more operational rights. Outside the office, the Timekeeper meets the captain of the X Squad, Crius, for the first time. He seems interested in establishing deeper cooperation. Walking through the Foundation headquarters corridors, Krios, the captain of the 12th, has his first encounter with Verdun. He has heard of her before the mission to Antarctica and is now seeking the chance to speak with her directly, hoping they might work together. He seems especially drawn to her unique role as a timekeeper. After the brief meeting, he receives a report from one of his squad members, Yermolai, about unusual activity from Manus Vindicte. Krios quickly orders his team into action, though he is unable to join them until his field request is officially approved. While Team Timekeeper remains barred, Krios looks like he could have been a Fire Emblem character. He kind of does if he didn't have a gun, just aim straight at you. Lydia, serving as Xeno's lieutenant, receives a direct order from Admiral Psalm to deploy alone to the Eastern Front. Unlike the slow entrenched battles of the Western Front, the Eastern Front poses more complicated and unpredictable challenges. With no interest in factional disputes and little left to do at headquarters, Lilia is, in many ways, the ideal choice for the task. Before setting out, she asks Verdun which side she stands with, but regardless of the reply, Lilia response remains firm and unchanged. No matter then, I am on your side. That steady loyalty is what makes her the one person Verdun can fully rely on, no matter the situation. Led by Marshall, Sharon arrives at the hill she spoke of. Curious about her past, he prepares to ask, but when she reveals it first, she was once a knight fighting in the war. Sharon apologizes for his careless words, then the two part ways. One more chapter? One more chapter, and then I call it good? Grayish blue, shrouded in shadows and fog. Bam! You can fit so many kidney stones of this bad boy. Having parted ways with a curious gravedigger, the knight continues back to the Foundation safe zone. Tangled branches rustle, sharpening her mind into alarm. But as her hand twitches to her sidearm, a small and timid creature hops out.
Nur ein Hase. Wie schön, dass Sie zurückgekehrt sind.
Good to know they've returned. It feels in some way hopeful. If the hares can return, perhaps two people, flowers, life. The sound is unmistakable, and yet she questions herself.
Was that a gunshot?
She drops low, seeking its source, scanning, placing the sound.
From the safe zone.
Battlehorn's senses strain to pick up the smallest detail. The abrupt alert tone startles her upright and out of cover.
No ID. But it has to have come from someone in the Foundation.
She hits the connect button.
Marsha, right?
Who are you?
No time to explain. Just listen.
That's not Enigma.
Colonel Hirschfelder was just assassinated getting into his car right after the parley. The shot went clean through his neck, severed the carotid artery.
The Colonel's dead?
Yeah. But the important thing is that the shot came from the forest, somewhere near your location.
How do you know where I am?
Just take cover. I'll call again when it's safe.
Who on earth are...
The call is cut. Marsha switches the device to silent and tucks it away, stunned.
With the Colonel dead, there isn't much hope for the peace talks.
She repeats the message under her breath, her mouth dry.
Can't worry about that now. The sniper may still be here.
She siphons the shock into willpower. The Order's training has taught her how to manipulate her emotions, controlling them right down to the flow of hormones. Excuse me? They've also taught her to not sit and wait for death.
All I have is this pistol. Still, a bullet is a bullet. I'll just need to get close.
Retrieving her weapon, she weaves tactically between thick tree trunks and dense shrubs that offer concealment, inching her way back to Monpa. Between the brambles and foliage, she spies armed figures in the distance.
Over there.
Who's there?
Evidently, she has been spotted too. On instinct, she slumps downward, and a bullet scrapes a long gash across her metal armor.
Small caliber. 5 of them. 2 with machine pistols. The uniforms? Unclear in origin.
Come out!
Flurry of follow-up shots shred Sparkin's skin, pinning her armor with splashes of blood. But she leans on her training, slowing her heartbeat to limit her bleeding and maintain focus.
Need to leave one alive. Now, to get a little closer.
Yes.
The battlefield is ever changing, but I shall remain focused no matter what.
Greetings.
Are they the snipers?
There! The white robe! Looks like a medic? She's alone. Take her out!
Never underestimate your enemy, gentlemen.
Taking a peek inside.
Agreed.
Sensing their...
I'm gonna buff
That was
first.
certainly a choice.
Taking a
Adapt.
peek inside.
My sight shall unveil the hidden.
Huh. Very well.
Close your eyes.
I have seen to the heart of you. Now is the time for repentance. Don't waste your time. A short hit.
Rotten luck.
Daniel? Fuck! He's down, boss. I should have known the bitch would be a distraction.
Who made that shot?
Retreat!
Sensing their thoughts.
I hope you like a splash of red.
Taking a peek inside, though it may come with pain. Can I give everyone a ride on my back? I think I can handle it this time.
Her ambushers fall one by one. Marsha peeks out from cover. Oh, then please.
Black
Unable to
uniforms.
identify their uniforms.
Can't tell who they might be. Perhaps the Manus? Never mind. Who is it that helped me? Could you...
While Marsha is pondering this, a few dry leaves land on top of her head.
Cast your eyes up.
Huh?
She looks up to behold a clothed figure hidden among the branches. Her rescuer bears a rifle, heavy caliber, sculpted with distinct markings, the weapon of a sniper. A dangerous interference is drawn in her mind, yet Marsha begins tentatively.
Was it you who shot these men? Do you know who they are?
She feels as if the questions are only pebbles lobbed too lightly to reach the perched stranger.
You must have something more to say. Why bother showing yourself otherwise?
Tell me, what is it that the Foundation concerns itself with here?
That's no secret. We're working on a parlay to end this war. But one of the representatives has just been assassinated. These soldiers dressed in black could be our culprits.
No. They were sent forth to protect Hirschfelder, though they tarried too late.
Wait, you know Hirschfelder? Do you have any idea who shot him?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
You!
Anthrax! Anthrax grenade. Acrid smoke stings her eyes, blinding her vision.
Why?
Manus Vindictae? No. The Field Marshal will not entertain such a thing. You've simply conjured up some invisible enemy to achieve your goals. We can conclude only this. That our enemy agreeing to this parley was only a ruse, and that the assassination of our colonel was meant to sow fear in our ranks. We will not yield to such a contemptible tactic. They have chosen war, and we will answer in kind.
The line is cut abruptly, leaving no room for negotiation. Confusion and tension rippled through the office, simmering like a pot ready to boil.
The assassination in Montpei has been a serious blow to our global efforts. Many nations have withdrawn from our peace talks in response.
Did we lose anyone?
No. Our investigators on the scene confirmed they heard just a single gunshot at a time. We do have a confirmed sighting of the shooter.
Yes, I heard. Yet they didn't fire on her, which means our shooter isn't likely to be with the Manus.
The chief of staff nods in agreement, then lays out the situation at hand. Oops. Oop, oop.
The Hawks have reacted strongly to this incident. They're calling for the Foundation to enter a state of war readiness again. Iron Knight gave quite a speech at our last meeting. It's clear the moderates are wavering over to his side.
The vice president sets the chess piece on the desk and flicks it. It rolls in a slow arc.
True, but there are still things we can do to maintain the balance. We must consider violence our last resort. Send a special unit to Montpei. I need to figure out what really happened.
Reezer is on a mission at the Eastern Front. They won't be back in contact for several days. There are 3 squads presently available for deployment. Codenames Metaphor, Almond, and Minerva. But I don't believe any of them are suitable for this mission. We're left with only one option. The newly founded 12.
That's Craeus's team. I'm sure he'd be eager to buff up his resume with this mission. He's eager to prove himself.
All the members of the 12 used to work for Craeus at the Visuals Bureau. Their experience could be useful for this mission. Many of the arcane crime cases they cracked involved the Manus.
I understand he's been seen in the company of several prominent Hawks. He even spoke with Erinai several times.
Are you suggesting his policy leanings could pose a problem?
On the contrary, he'll make a fine choice, precisely because his appearance at the front line will calm the Hawks' nerves.
Understood.
Tell Craeus he and his team will set off in 2 hours.
Okay. That's where I'm calling it good, even though I spent like, I think literally an hour yapping. But I gotta go to sleep. Because I work graveyard, yay, yay, yeah. God, kill me. So, Asbestos, please, I need you to move. Okay, that is not what I liked. That's not what I would have liked, but it works. Let's see if there's anyone I can raid into really quick. Soon. Oh, what's Odessa doing? Oh shit, Snowy. Snowy streaming. We can just raid into Snowy. We're gonna raid into Snowy. He's a cool guy.
Just because you're silent doesn't mean everything else is.
he basically gave me a lot of info about Fear and Hunger when I was playing that.
Really press your body against the earth.
He recently started streaming not too long ago.
The tree roots stretching beneath you, the gentle flow of a mountain
I'm not sure
stream,
what he's playing, but
and the whispers
he's cool. I like
of the
him.
mother spirit.
Hopefully just try and stream again later on tonight or early in the morning tomorrow again, but we'll see what happens. But until then, you guys have a good day. Oh wait, let me actually start the raid. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Try and stream later on tonight again. Depends on if I go to locals or night or early on in the morning, but we'll see. But until then, you guys have a good day, have a good night, have a good whatever happens to be for you, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.